Well, right now, an exclusive report of the ongoing challenges at the southern border. Border Patrol Chief Mike Banks sounding the alarm on persistent threats imposed by drug cartels. In recent weeks, we've seen a disturbing trend of cartels planting explosives near the border, with a tragic accident claiming an American life near Brownsville just last month. Banks says that while illegal crossings have plummeted to their lowest numbers in decades, the fight against these criminal organizations remains a top priority. NewsNation's Allie Bradley has the very latest from the border. And Allie, you did a one-on-one with the border chief. What else did he have to say? What more did he tell you?
Yeah, hey, Kelly. So Chief Banks has a pretty stark warning for the criminal cartels. He says if and when they come face to face with these guys, they're not going to hold back. So the chief, in an exclusive interview with me, was talking about the criminal cartels and the threat of the violence spilling over into the United States. And that is very real to the agency here. As we've been reporting, agents have been alerted of the cartel having permission to fire at law enforcement in the United States. We've already seen 2 cross-border shootings since the border was essentially shut down under this administration. We've also seen hundreds of drone incursions from the south side of the border. And the violent groups that have been designated as terrorist organizations under this administration, they're even using bomb-wielding drones against rival cartels, which the chief says is a concern. But they stand ready to fight the enemy anywhere, and Banks says they have the capability to do it.
We do have the technology available to counter drones, and we are deploying more of that technology. And yes, you're right. We have seen, cartel on cartel violence that involves drones. We prepare and train to be ready to fight the enemy on any ground. We're impacting the cartel's ability to make billions of dollars, right? And so at what point do they decide that they're ready to push? I can tell you this. Border Patrol is some of the most highly trained, most professional law enforcement agency in the country, and we stand ready to defend the borders, and we're not going to hold back. We are not going to surrender. We will get this border. We will get operation and control of the United States border. Absolutely.
Now, this all comes as Border Patrol agents in Arizona arrested this guy. He's a Sinaloa cartel member, according to the agency, who admitted to working as a foot guide for the transnational criminal organization, leading illegal immigrants across the border and into the United States. Chief Banks says he is now facing felony charges for human smuggling. Now, Chief Banks also says, Kelly, that they're adding even more technology and more resources to continue countering the criminal cartels. They also want to counter those encounters that they're seeing. They don't want any border crossings. Right now across the southern border, they're averaging around 250 encounters each day. Kelly?
Yeah, and the encounter numbers have plummeted more than 95% since this administration came in. How about those, though, Allie, trying to evade? Do we know how many people have gotten away?
Yeah, so those are what they call the gotaways, right? The people who have successfully evaded law enforcement. Now, Chief Banks tells us they're averaging about 100 a day right now, Kelly, but you have to compare that to their peak in April of 2023, where they saw over 3,700 gotaways in a single day. Kelly?
All right, some progress there as well. Allie Bradley, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.